Welcome to the Engineering, Emotions, and Energy Podcast. I'm your host, Justin Wink. We are back to this brand new world. I'm reminded very much of the movie Raising Arizona, which when I was in high school, I must have watched that movie 5 or 6 times. It's Nicolas Cage at his finest. And in it, basically Nicolas Cage, he's a small-time petty crook, and he ends up robbing liquor stores and convenience shops, but he never uses an actual loaded gun, so the charge is always pretty minor, so he usually gets released. But he goes back and forth so times in this small town that he ends up falling in love with the policewoman, and they get married, and they really enjoy stuff. But alas, they cannot seem to find a way to have a child because she is barren. So they do what anybody naturally would do. They see a story where someone has too many kids, and they decide to do the good thing and take one of those children off of that man's hands, and they steal a baby. And after they've stolen the baby, they have a hard time getting diapers, and Nicolas Cage's character is high. Goes and steals some diapers, and the wife, the police officer, picks him up in what is a really funny scene, and she goes, "Hi, you can't do that no more. You can't do that. Everything's changed." And I feel like that's really kind of what's been going on here lately, is that with the COVID virus and a lot of the lockdowns happening, at least in my state, many other states, and a lot of parts of the world, is that we can't go back to doing things the way that we've been doing because, as she says in Raising Arizona, everything's changed. So we really are in a completely different kind of world right now. And I know for myself, I definitely was, okay, well, this is a temporary thing. We are going to get back to normal, or what we were all used to. Because it's one of those, looking in retrospect, is normal really normal? Normal is just what you're used to. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing or a bad thing. Just maybe it's what you're used to. I once bought some shoes from Kmart when I was about 18 years old. They were $2.49. And I thought that was a fantastic deal because I only valued low cost of things. And it's one of those, looking back, I've now had 4 knee surgeries, and I'm like, those might have been the most expensive pair of goddamn shoes I ever fucking bought in my entire life. Because each shoe probably literally weighed about 1 pound of horrible material and made it hard to walk. And so was that savings really a savings? I just was going off of what I thought was normal, which is you get the best deal that you can get. And now as we move into this sort of new world where we can kind of question a lot of the things we thought were, well, that's just the way things are done, with what is the value of money? What does it mean to work hard? What does it mean to take care of those around you? We can continue to hope for things to go back to how they were, or we can take this as the opportunity that things have changed, and how do I want to get the best out of it? Do I actually want to go back to the way things were, or do I want to create a new reality, a new normal, a new way that's better for myself, that's better for my family, that's better for more and more people in the world? Because it's one of those, I just read an article that a couple of people were posting on Facebook about there's going to be a big push to get back to what was the old normal. And I know myself, and maybe you're with me, or maybe you had a different opinion, that the new normal was not great for a lot of people. And we often were just so busy to really do anything about it. Now we have a lot more time on our hands. And the question is, do we actually want to go back to that new normal? Or is it an opportunity where a lot more people can have a lot better lives, including ourselves? Because one of the things that I've been learning is that if I focus more on what I'm doing for other people, my life actually gets better. Because really the first 2 weeks of going to work from home, I really found it was all, okay, this is happening to me. This is not good for me. How come nobody's messaging me? How come nobody's looking out at how I am? It was all just a me pity party. And I was eating too much. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't doing the bare minimum stuff that I know that I can do. And I was just miserable, and I was spreading that misery to other people. And then what's great is as you start to set up your life in a way where good things happen more often than not, even when you get into that rut, which I had gotten into, I kind of had some safety nets that pulled me in and kind of got me out of my funk, because I had started a yoga teacher training, 300 hours at the beginning of the year. And about 3 weeks ago was our last in-person training. And it was like, it was time that we would have had another in-person training. And obviously we couldn't do the in-person training because you can't, it's not supposed to leave the house, and you're definitely not supposed to congregate in strange places with strange people doing physical activity for an entire weekend anymore. But what they did was they did a Zoom call, which was fantastic to get to see these people and get to connect and get to learn some stuff and start thinking about, well, how would you teach yoga to other people? And so that was fortunate event number one. Then fortunate event number two was one of my favorite personal development coaches, Michael Burnoff, had a special Zoom event where he had not done a Zoom call before. And so a lot of us that had done his events before got to get together, got to see each other, got to learn some things. And one of the big things I got out of that was, and you might notice that a lot of the stuff you learn you already knew, but you start to know it in a different way and in some more useful way, was stop watching the news all the goddamn time. I was watching so much news. I was checking the stats, how many more people are infected, how many more people have died. And I can tell you today, I have no idea what the numbers are, which is fantastic, because I don't know if you're listening to this live right now, or it could be one week, 3 years later. It really doesn't matter. What happened back in, April of 2020. And question is, what am I putting into my mind that I can actually do something about? And as I look forward to creating the world I want to have, I've started spending more of my time paying attention to my body by getting physically active again, because I'm working from home. I still am sitting in a chair doing my everyday work. But I realize, okay, I got to do my yoga. I got to start doing some weight training. And then I also got to focus my mind and keep my mind active as well. So I've been getting into learning how to do some web development. So I've got a lot of exciting stuff for those of you who are fans of this podcast. We're going to start making it a little bit more professional. So, you'll not just have to go to justinwink.com. I'll have a website, and going to get a Facebook fan page thing going on too. So, this little baby bird's, starting to eat a little bit from mama bird and grow up, and we're going to see if we can leave the nest a little bit. So got that to look forward to. So you guys you're on the ground floor of the Engineering Emotions Energy podcast becoming a big thing. So very exciting things to come. So just want to let you all know I'm back, going to be better than ever. And my life, your life, and the lives of those around you, they are changed forever. There is no going back. And in a lot of ways, you might not know it yet, but you will know it soon enough. It's ultimately a good thing. So thank you very much. Oh, just got a hi, Amanda. Hey, Amanda. So we do have some people listening. I'm so happy. I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to get to work on doing the post-processing, the mastering of this, so I can get this to the subscribers who have been waiting. I think it's been 4 weeks since I last did a podcast. So I am ready to do this more, because I am having fun, and it was fun to share with all of you. So take care and have a great day. Bye.